දසනකාන්තී චූර්ණය සහිත ලීවර් ආයිෂ් දන්තාලේපය දත්වල ඇති ප්‍රශ්න 10ක් වලකයි.
The 2022 annual meetings of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund began in Washington, D.C. today. This is the first time in over 2 years the meetings are taking place in person. An 8-member Sri Lankan delegation comprising State Minister of Finance Shehan Semasinghe, Treasury Secretary Mahinda Siriwardana and Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe are representing Sri Lanka at the annual meetings. The World Bank and the IMF annual meetings bring together central bankers, ministers of finance and development, parliamentarians, private sector executives, representatives from civil society organizations, and academics to discuss issues of global concern, including the world economic outlook, poverty eradication, economic development, and aid effectiveness. Speaking at a virtual event kicking off the annual meetings, IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva, alongside World Bank President David Malpass, warned of the rising risk of a global recession as faster inflation forces central banks to raise interest rates, crimping growth.
What we see perhaps is a fundamental shift from the world of the last decades that was relatively predictable, with strong rules-based international order, low inflation, low interest rates, to a world that is more volatile, more fragile, and with consequences that we have to wrestle with, grapple with here in DC during this week. And of course, it is hard for everybody everywhere, but it is particularly hard for people in developing countries.
There's the risk and the real danger of a world recession next year. The advanced economies are slowing in Europe, and so we'll see where it goes into next year. But the currency depreciation means that the debt levels for the developing countries are getting more and more burdensome. The rise in interest rates puts added weight on it, and inflation is still a major problem for everyone, but especially for the poor.
These meetings are of paramount importance to Sri Lanka as the island seeks to restructure bilateral and multilateral debt as a prerequisite to secure the $2.9 billion IMF bailout package. Therefore, the Sri Lankan delegation is expected to hold crucial discussions with the IMF and World Bank Board of Directors, technical staff, and the officials of key nations. The Sri Lankan delegation is also expected to seek more international assistance to Sri Lanka during the annual meetings of the International Monetary Fund and World Bank, which continues through Sunday.